Good afternoon. Welcome to the hospital ball field in beautiful Kahnawake, Quebec. I'm Brandon Bordeaux, and today we have the season opener for us here for the Peewee division. It's the Warhawks 2 taking on the Warhawks 1 in a battle of Kahnawake. Starting pitchers for the Warhawks 1, there you see him on the mound. It's Callan Stacey wearing number 28. He'll be going up against his hockey teammate from 2019, and that's Jordan Norton leading off here in the top of the first. Here we go, the first pitch, and a swing, good cut, and a miss there by Norton, 0-1. Now we're going to notice some rule changes here in the Peewee division compared to the Mosquito. As we've seen, 4 balls in the Mosquito means the T, and there's strike 2. So Callan's got the upper hand on his hockey teammate. 0-2 coming up from Callan. So 4 pitches here are just the ball, or just the walk, sorry. As he cans Norton on 3 pitches for the first out of this one. Both teams looking for their first victory of the season. The Warhawks ones, who are, by the way, the home team, so they're pitching right now. A 7-7 tie against Chattagee. The Warhawks 2, a 6-1 loss. As there's a ball, 1-0. To Rihanna Delaboost, who's the second batter faced in this game by Callan Stacey. That one's outside, 2 balls, no strikes. And it looks like we will be having action for you on Monday, as well as the Red Warhawks and Mosquito will take on the Chattagee Blue Sox. And that's ball 3 down low. It's a batter's count now. So we'll see if Delaboost decides to lay off on this one, even if it's a good pitch. Callan winds, a 3-0. And that one's hit well to center field. It falls, and Delaboost is aboard with a single. And that is a single for the Twos. And now coming up to bat is Nigatsaha Mentor. So runner on first, and there you see her. That's Delaboost, and Mentor steps into dish. Here's the pitch from Stacey. That is outside, ball 1. And Stacey winds up. Here's the pitch. Fouled back, and that'll even the count at 1-1. That the threat of rain is certainly there here, and we're hoping to get a full hour and a half into this one. There's the 1-1. That's upstairs, 2-1. Both these two teams looking for their first win of the season. And that makes it a batter's count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Now Stacey winds up, delivering the 3-1. And that is a ball, and it is a bases on balls for Mentor. So he is aboard, 2 runners on for the Twos. And now Stacey delivers. And that's a called strike 1. The windup and the pitch is in there for strike 2, and the ball gets away. And Delaboost advances to third, so a shot to the outfield, no matter how high it is hit, will probably give the Twos the lead here. The pitch is upstairs, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Stacey. Gets away, and that evens the count at 2-2. Last team. George Jacobs in a 2-2 count against Callan Stacey. And that misses, and it loads the count. 1 out. Callan Stacey going up against George Jacobs. A pitch. And that is ball 4, and it'll load the bases. The second walk issue for Stacey this inning. And the bases are juice for the twos here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. That misses, ball 1. And don't forget, it's not like the Mosquito division where a walk means, or 4 balls means that you got the T. It just means you take your base, and this one's fouled off. It makes it a 1-1 count. It's a light drizzle here at the hospital ball field. And there is a high swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Good pitch from Stacey. If he can get the strikeout here, that'll be absolutely huge for the ones. Two's trying to take the lead here, 0-0 in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. And that is swung on and missed. A huge strikeout for Stacey. Second strikeout. And the bases are still loaded for the twos. Here's the pitch from Stacey in the dirt, ball 1. And the rain's starting to pick up here at the hospital ball field. The 1-0. In there for, I believe, a called strike. Here's the 1-1. That is outside, 2-1. Swung on and missed, and that makes it a 2-2 count. Oh, sorry, it's 3-1. That was a huge pitch there by Stacey. A walk would score a run. And that's fouled off, and we have a full count with the bases loaded and 2 outs. The dream scenario always happens in the bottom of the inning, but right now it's the top of the first. Callan Stacey trying to get out of a bases loaded jam here in the top of the first. The 3-2 hit well on the ground, scooped up, and no one's covering first, and the twos are going to take the lead. An RBI single, and the bases are still loaded here in the top of the first. Here's a pitch from Stacey. Upstairs and outside, ball 1. Might have been inside, actually. Sorry, 1-0. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike, 1-1. As the rain is starting to pick up here at the hospital ball field. This was the one fear I think we all had coming in. The 1-1 upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's in there for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Stacey. That's in there for a called strike 3. The ones give up a run, but they are out of the jam without a whole lot of damage given up. 1-0 Warhawks 2 leading. Warhawks 1 coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back to the hospital ball field. Bottom of the first, the rain starting to pick up. Warhawks 2 taking on the Warhawks 1 in Peewee baseball action. There's a big hack and a miss by the Callan Stacy. There's a pitch, and that one's blown by him, but upstairs, even to count at 1-1. That's inside, ball 2, 2-1 to Callan Stacy, who's leading off this inning. Carter Snow on the on-deck circle. And that will one-hop the plate, making it 3-1. 1-0 lead for the Warhawks, too. And that is in there. And it'll even the count at 2-2. Here's the pitch from Stacy. Upstairs, and that actually is ball 4, so it is a walk to start it off. So we'll lead off walk here in the bottom of the first. And that one's fouled off by Carter Snow, hitting second in this lineup. So the Warhawks have a runner on first. Warhawks 1, I should say. As obviously this is Warhawks 2 against Warhawks 1. Here's the pitch. And now we got a steal. And that is a steal by Callan Stacy as he gets the second. And that one's inside here on Snow. And that is in there. And strike 3 called for the first out. And here comes Jackson Norton taking a ball. And now the ball gets away. Stacy on his way to third. And the ball gets away, but not far enough to cause any more trouble. Call it a stolen base. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. Sorry, 3-0 now. Reverse count. 3 balls, no strikes. On Jackson Norton. And he fouls this one off. Look out! Makes it 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike here to Jackson Norton with the score 1-0 in favor of the Warhawks 1, or Warhawks 2. And Norton has to duck this one out of the way. That is ball 4. And now Thompson will come up to bat. So Thompson into back cleanup with runners on the corners and 1 down. The Warhawks 1 down, 1-0, and now the ball gets free. Runners advances to second on the stolen base by Norton, and there's a swing and a miss. A check swing turned into, I guess, a 75% one, and it evens the count at 1-1. Runners on second and third, 1 down. Warhawks 2, leading the Warhawks 1 by a score of 1-0. Here in the bottom of the first. Big opportunity for Thompson here. That one's up high, good eye. making it 2-1. The pitch is in the dirt, and that will make it 3-1. Cade Stacy on the on-deck circle. Here's a 3-1. In there, and that will make it a full count. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a called third strike. And Cade Stacy is fanned. That is the second out of the inning. And there's a good pitch, strike one. Sorry, that was Thompson who struck out. Making it 1-1. And Cade Stacy comes up. The pitch. A good hot cut here, but a even better pitch to make it 0-2. Oh, 0-2. The pitch. Ooh, upstairs. 2-2 the count. Sogunigarawas Daibo on the on-deck circle for the Warhawks 1, trailing by a score of 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Here's a pitch. That is in there for a called third strike. The side is struck out here in the bottom of the first. The Warhawks 2 on top of the Warhawks 1 by a score of 1-0. We're coming back with the top of the second. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back to the Hospital Ball Field. It's the top of the second. 1-0 lead for the Warhawks 2. We have Logan Gabriel, I believe, stepping into the batter's box, facing Callan Stacy. He's in his second inning of work. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for the Warhawks 2. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Warhawks 1. They did have 2 players aboard in the last inning, both courtesy of the walk. As Callan Stacy faces Logan Gabriel. There's the pitch. And that is a swing, and that'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Callan Stacy matching his counterpart Van Domelen with 3 strikeouts, so both pitchers have struck out the side in the previous inning. And the pitch. Upstairs, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit well to right field. That's going to fall. Base hit. Norton will throw it back in. And it is a leadoff single for Gabriel here in the top of the second. And now Rosanagete will come in. Don't have a last name for Rosanagete. Rosanagete Lahash stepping in and nearly gets plunked. And meanwhile, Gabriel away from the play is going to jot to second. Stealing second base as Rosanagete Lahash steps in. Wearing number 24. 1-0 pitch from Stacy on the way, and he delivers here. And that makes it 2-0. 1-0 lead for the Warhawks 2 here in the top of the second. They are the visiting team against the Warhawks 1. Both teams looking for their first win of the year. The Warhawks 1, a 7-7 draw of their last game. Warhawks 2, a 6-1 defeat. And here is the pitch from Stacy. In the dirt, and this will attract Gabriel to go to third, and the throw is safe. It's a stolen base, and Gabriel, 3 balls, no strikes here on Lahash with a pitch coming here. That is ball 4. Runners on first and third, and now Kyra will step in the bat. Ashton Stock on deck, and here's the pitch. Kyra is in there for strike 1. 0-1. The pitch. Ball 1, and now Lahash going to second. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sorry for the little confusion there. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss here on Kyra to make it 1-2. Don't have a last name for Kyra here. I'll try to get it in between innings. Here's the pitch. That is strike 3, and Callan Stacy gets a big out. So Ashton Stock stepping in. Big out there recorded by Stacy. 1 out. He got out of a big jam in the first by only surrendering 1 run. Stock stepping into the batter's box. His team up by a score of 1-0 here against the Warhawks 1. And he ducks that pitch from Stacy, making it a 2-0 count. 1 down in the top of the second. And here's the pitch. Upstairs. 3-0. Great to be back here with baseball, our second broadcast of the season. The 3-0 pitch from Stacy. And that is a ball 4, so 4-pitch walk to load the bases. For the Warhawks 2. And here's the pitch to Van Domelen. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Zero balls, 1 strike from Callan Stacy. Here's the windup and the pitch from Stacy. Misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cody LeBlanc stepping in the bat against Callan Stacy. 1-1 count. Bases loaded, 1 down. And the pitch. It will miss, and that's 2-1. And don't forget, a walk will score a run here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Warhawks 2 on top of the Warhawks 1 by a score of 1-0 in the top of the second. And that one is in there. Good pitch from Callan. Just through the heat. Right on the corner, catching the lower corner right by the knees. Evening the count at 2-2. Big pitcher Stacy. Here it is. And that'll make it a full count with 1 down in the top of the second. Full count pitch from Callan Stacy. Here it is, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Big pitch from Stacy. And now back to the top of the lineup. Here comes Jordan Norton. 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first. And that one misses for ball one. Stacy got the better of his old hockey teammate back in the top of the first inning. Hoping to have a repeat performance here. Here's the pitch. That one misses low as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Rihanna Delaboost on the on-deck circle, singled and scored the only run of the ball game up to this point back in the first. 1-0 lead for the Warhawks, 2 here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. And now it is a batter's count. 3 balls, no strikes. And that misses, and it is an RBI walk for Jordan Norton. And that'll make it 2-0 Warhawks number 2. And here comes Delaboost up the bat, 1-for-1, singled and scored back in the top of the first. 2-0 lead for the Warhawks 2. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, strike 1. You got Taha Montour on the on-deck circle. No official at bat as he walked back in the first. Here's the pitch. And that one misses outside. Two nothing lead for the Warhawks 2 on top of the Warhawks 1 here at the Hospital Ball Field. It's the top of the second inning. There's a good pitch and a strike, making it 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the windup. The pitch is in there for a called strike 3. The 2s get 1, and they're on top by a score of 2-0. We're coming back with the bottom of the second. You are watching Baby Blue Memories. And that one is drilled into right field, or left field, sorry. This is going to be an extra base hit. And the ball goes away and it gets out. And that means that Daibo will be awarded third, a triple for Sago Nigarawas Daibo to start this inning off against Van Dommelen. And there's a good pitch there on James Stacy. 2-0 lead for the Warhawks 2, but the Warhawks 1's up to bat here. 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Van Dommelen deals. Here's the pitch. Good pitch. And he's up 0-2 on James Stacy. The Warhawks 1, they had an opportunity to score back in the first. Here's the pitch from Van Dommelen. That misses, and it makes it a 1-2 count. 2-0 lead for the 2s on top of the 1s. Bottom of the second, the 1s, the home team, the 2s have scored 1 run in each of the first 2 innings. The pitch, Van Dommelen. That misses. It sails over the strike zone, 2-2. Now here's the pitch. That is in the dirt, and it loads the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes for the 1s. Trying to get back into this one. Down by a score of 2-0. 1 run would definitely give them some life. Van Dommelen was dominant, though, in that first. Here's the pitch. Is in there for strike 3. Now Russian Dahawe, Gabriel stepping in with 1 out. The pitch. Big cut and a miss, making it 0-1. Daly Lazar in the on-deck circle for the 1s. Here's the pitch. And that one fouled straight back, and suddenly Van Dommelen ahead. A big lead for him. It's 0-2. 1 out. Saugunigardawas Daibo on third. Here's a pitch. And that is in there! What a 3-pitch strikeout for Gabriel. And now 2 outs, and Lazar will step up. 2-0 lead. Here's Van Dommelen's first pitch. 1-0. Saugunigardawas Daibo led this inning off with a triple, and since then, it's been back-to-back Ks by Van Dommelen. And that one bounces up and hits Lazar. That is a hit by pitch. And now Lexi Leclerc will step in. Lexi Stock Leclerc steps in and takes ball 1 upstairs. Callan Stacy on the on-deck circle. He drew a walk back in the bottom of the first. And that is 2-0. 2-0 lead for the Warhawks. 2 over the Warhawks. 1 here in the bottom of the second. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. And a 2-0 count to Lexi Leclerc, who's the last player in the lineup. Here's the pitch. That sails upstairs, and Lazar heading to second base. Not even a throw gonna come. Oh, it comes a little late. Runners on second and third now for the ones. Down by a score of 2-0, and a single could potentially make this a tie game. And that is ball 4, and the bases are now juiced. And Callan Stacy stepping in, bases loaded. Joe Delarone going to talk to Van Dommelen. 2-0 here in the bottom of the second, 2 outs. Here we go. Big showdown. Van Dommelen takes one upstairs. Callan Stacy takes one upstairs. 1-0. Bases loaded. 2-0 lead for the Warhawks 2 against the Warhawks 1. Don't forget, a walk would score a run too, obviously, with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch. That is in there for strike 1. It's 2-1. Upstairs, and now it is a hitter's count at 3 balls and a strike. Boy, neither one of these pitchers taking their time. It's definitely not like those pitchers that take forever in between pitches that you see sometimes in the MLB. 3-1. Ball 4, it is an RBI walk for Callan Stacy. And the Warhawks won. The ones are on the board. And the bases are juiced again for Carter Snow. 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. And he foul tips this one back, 0-1. Jackson Norton on the on-deck circle. And that one's chopped, but foul. And it's a pitcher's count here at 0-2. To 1 lead for the Warhawks, number 2. Leading the Warhawks, number 1. How ironic. 2-1. 0-2 count here on Snow. Van Dommelen winds the pitch. Misses. Ball 1. I think the twos really wanted a call there. That was close. That was very close. Here's the 1-2. Oh! And Carter Snow with an RBI hit by pitch. I don't think that's your preferred method of getting an RBI, but hey, they all count the same. And that ties the game 2-2, and now Jackson Norton steps in with a big opportunity here to give the ones the lead. 2-2 score. And Van Domelen winds up and delivers. That's in there for a called strike, 0-1. 2-2 here in the bottom of the second inning. The twos trying to get out of a jam with the score being tied up. 1-1 count from Van Domelen. Upstairs, 2-1. Here's the pitch. 3-1 now to Jackson Norton. Here's the pitch. And that is outside, and it is ball 4. An RBI walk for Jackson Norton. And it's 3-2, and Thompson steps in 0 for 1. Bases loaded. 3-2 lead for the ones over the twos. And that one hit in the infield, and it's caught by Van Domelen. That is the third out. 3-2 lead for the Warhawks, number 1 on top of the Warhawks, number 2. We're coming back with the top of the third. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. All right, welcome back to Maddie's Park. Just talking about Maddie's Park. Welcome back to the Hospital Ball Field. Top of the third, 3-2 lead for the Warhawks, 1 on top of the twos. New pitcher in the ball game for the ones. It's Sagunigadarwas Daibo taking on George Jacobs to start off this inning. So it's Niga Montour. George Jacobs is next, and that is a strike. So Montour, Jacobs, and Van Domelen, the 3 that will be up in this inning against Sagunigadarwas. 0-1, and Daibo now with the lead. His team up 3-2. That is upstairs, 1-1. On Montour. Warhawks number 2, coached by Joe Delarone, trailing 3-2 here against the Warhawks 1. And that is a check swing called ball 2. 2-1. Good layoff there by Montour. Here's a 2-1. That is in there. 2-2. Sagunigadarwas Daibo with that triple earlier back in the second. And he nearly plunks Montour here, loading the count full now, 3-2. Daibo winds up. The 3-2. Swung on and missed, and that is a strike 3. 1 down. And now George Jacobs steps into bat for the twos. They're trailing 3-2. Jacobs back in the first, walked. At ball 1. 1-0 here in the top of the third inning at the Hospital Ball Field. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 2. Warhawks number 1 on top of the Warhawks number 2 by a score of 3-2 here in the top of the third inning. There is one down. Thibault checks, now pitches. Ball 3. George Jacobs drew a walk in the first and one ball away from drawing a walk here in the third. And that is ball 4. So Jacobs is aboard once again here in the third. And now Van Domelen stepping in for the ones. Sorry, for the 2. Struck out back in the first. And hits this one to short. Scooped up. The throw to second in time. No double play, though, as it's a fielder's choice for Van Domelen, and there are 2 down. That's a force out at second, 2 down. And now Aja Delaronde will step in, singled back in the first. Actually has had the first RBI of the game for the Twos. And that's in there for a called strike 1. Casey Delaboost on the on-deck circle for the Twos. Ball 1, good eye by Delaronde. Here's the 1-1. And that one hit well to shallow center. That falls. Base hit. Oh, no, the ball was fumbled, they say. If the ball was snagged, it would have been a single, or it would have been an out. Instead, Delaronde now 2 for 2 in the ball game. Runners on first and second, and here comes Delaboost. Here's Sago Nigarawas Daiba with the pitch. That's in there for strike 1, 0-1. Good throw from center by Norton. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The Warhawks 2 at bat, trying to tie this one up. Trailing 3-2 against the Warhawks 1 in this battle for Kahnawake. The windup and the pitch is in there for a called strike 2. It's 1-2. The 1-2 on the way from Sagonigarawi Staibo. Here it is. Strike 3, big strikeout. And the ones have a 3-2 lead heading into the bottom of the third. Coming up for the Warhawks 2, we have Cade Stacy, Sagonigarawa Staibo, and James Stacy. 3-2 Warhawks 1 on top. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Welcome back to the hospital ball field. It's the bottom of the third. The Warhawks 2 trailing 3-2 against the Warhawks 1. The ones coming up to bat here in this bottom of the third inning. Van Domelen in there for his third inning of work, making this a 1-1 count on Cade Stacy. 0 for 1, struck out back in the first. And a big cut, but a miss here makes it 1-2. Stacy, Sagonigarawa Staibo, and James Stacy do up, and this one's hit the first. That's down the line and fair. And Cade gunning for second, and the ball kicked away back into the right. Picked up by Lahash and thrown Stacy on his horse, gunning for three. The throw will not come in. It is a leadoff triple for Cade Stacy. A leadoff triple for Stacy. And an RBI opportunity coming up for Sago Nigarawis Adaibo, who tripled back in the second, sorry. 3-2 lead. Lead for the Warhawks, 1. And there's a strike, 1. Van Domelen blew that one right by Daibo. Here's the pitch. Good pitch. 0-2. Wow! What a comeback by Van Domelen. And that is out number 1, and here comes James Stacy, who struck out back in the second. 3-2 lead for the ones on top of the Warhawks 2. Warhawks 1's threatening here in the bottom of the third. Runner on third, and Stacy with a cut and a miss, 0-1. Ball 1 upstairs. 1-1, bottom of the third inning. Hope you're enjoying the action here on Baby Blue Memories. After 124 days of inactivity, due to you know what, as ball 2 comes in. All right, that's a strike, sorry, 1-2. After 124 days of inactivity, we're back here with our second game of the season. That is in there, and back-to-back strikeouts by Van Domelen. Dustin Dahaway Gabriel is up 0 for 1, struck out back in the second. That one skied, but it was fouled back, and it makes it 0-1. Dustin Dahaway Gabriel takes ball 1, 1-1. One and one. Here's a pitch. Fouled straight back, and it's 1-2. As we have a fearless Seagull out there between center and right field. Hoping he doesn't become a factor. Here's the 1-2. 2-2. Actually, he's still there. Here's Van Domelen trying to get out of this jam. And that one skied up into short field. And it's out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 lead for the Warhawks, 1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Van Domelen deals. In the dirt. Full count. Daly Lazar on the on-deck circle. He got hit by a pitch back in the second. Ball 4. And that is a walk to Gabriel. And Lazar with an opportunity. He was hit by a pitch back in the second inning and scored a run. The ones on top of the 2s by a score of 3-2. And that is strike 1 to Daly Lazar. Leclerc on the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. 1-1. That's in there for a called strike 2. 1-2. 1-2. That is strike 3. And after giving up a leadoff triple, Van Dommelen gets out of the jab unscathed. The ones on top of the Warhawks, 2s by a score of 3-2. We're back with the top of the 4th. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. Here we go with the top of the 4th inning. 3-2 lead for the Warhawks, 1. Justin Dahaway Gabriel has taken the mound, pitching in the top of the 4th inning. That's in there for a 1-1. Stepping into bat, Logan Gabriel singled and scored back in the 2nd. That's a ball. 2-1. There's the windup and the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. 2-2. Battle of the Gabriels. The 2-2. Strike 3. 1 down here in the top of the 4th. And now Lahash stepping in. Listen to get the Lahash. Wearing 24. 0-1 to Lahash. He singled and drove in a run back in the 2nd inning. That's upstairs. Ball 1. Here's the 1-1. Oh, and Lahash got hit by a pitch. That looked like it hurt. And you know what? I think Lahash is going to try to walk it off here, but tell you what, that did not look like it was that was not a lollipop pitch. That was thrown in there with some mustard. And Lahash, you could see shaking it off. 3-2 lead for the Warhawks, 1 over the Warhawks 2s. And because Lahash is not able to run right now, the previous batter, Logan Gabriel, is going to run for him. So he's going to go to first and he's going to run for Lahash. So foul tipped. Gabriel's got to get back here because the ball was tipped. So it's 0-1 as Tyra Canadian steps in. Big cut, but it's an 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch coming up here. The pitch in the dirt. 1-2. The windup, the pitch. Strike 3. And there are 2 down here in the top of the 4th. And Stock stepping into bat. Drew a walk back in the 1st. Gabriel on first. Justin Dahaway Gabriel pitching. Ball 1 in the dirt, and Logan Gabriel's going for 2. And the throw stopped. Good scoop at second base. Good stop by Cade Stacy there at second. So it's a stolen base for Gabriel. And now the ball gets away. So it is a stolen base. Now it goes into dirt, and here comes Logan going to third. The throw stopped by Carter Snow, and you know what? I think he caught that with the foot. That was close to going into the outfield. Good stop there at third base by Carter Snow. Stock trying to tie this game up. The pitch. And he's not going to necessarily do so, but maybe the next player will. Ashton Stock draws a walk for the second time today. There are runners on the corners, and now Cody LeBlanc steps in. And there's a big cut and a miss, 0-1. Nice little off-speed pitch there by Gabriel, making this an 0-1 count. Big cut again. LeBlanc not able to make contact with this one, and it's 0-2. Gabriel sets. The 0-2. Ball one. Now Gabriel sets, and the 1-2 on the way. Big cut and a strike three. That'll end the top of the fourth. We're coming up with the bottom of the fourth on the way. Stock LeClaire, Callan Stacy, Carter Snow, 3-2 Warhawks, 1 on top of the Warhawks 2. Headed to the bottom of the fourth. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. New pitcher for the Warhawks 2 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's George Jacobs. Missing with ball one to Alexi Stock LeClaire, who's in the batter's box. Drew a walk back in the second. Nearly gets plunked here. It's 2-0. Warhawks ones have a 3-2 lead on the twos here in the bottom of the fourth inning at the Hospital Ball Field. That is in the dirt, and it's ball three. 3-0 count. Jacobs sets. Here's the pitch. Good pitch by Jacobs. Three balls and a strike. George Jacobs trying to make the comeback here in this count. The 3-1 pitch. That is in there for strike two. And it is a full count. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You hear Bobby Kennedy in the background. The pitch. And that's upstairs, and it is a leadoff walk for Stock LeClaire here in the bottom of the fourth. And here comes Callan Stacy, who's walked twice in this one. They're leading 3-2 are the Warhawks 2s. Here's the pitch from Jacobs. Strawled, strike one, 0-1. Nice little off-speed pitch there from George. Here's the 0-1. That is called strike 2. Good pitch by Jacobs. Here's the 0-2 on the way from Jacobs. And that misses, and now Stock LeClaire on her horse, heading to second base. And it is a steal. Good alert play by Stock LeClaire, and now runner on second, nobody out for Stacy. Down though on the count, 1-2. And he fouls this one off, making good contact. And you could hear the thud of that ball as soon as he hit it. Good job by Callan making Jacobs work here. It's 1-2. This will be the 5th pitch of the at-bat. That is called ball 2. Good eye from Stacy. That was a close one to take, but he took it. Here's a 2-2. That one grounded towards the pitcher's mound. Jacobs stops, throws, got him! Stock LeClaire advances to third. That is the first out. It's a fielder's choice. So now Stock LeClaire on third. There's one out, and Carter Snow is up to bat. 0 for 1, struck out in the first and was hit by a pitch back in the third. The pitch from Jacobs. Called strike 1. Carter Snow, George Jacobs, of course, hockey teammates, as many of these players were, with one another at some point or another in each other's careers. The 0-1 on the way. Ball 1. That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Stock LeClaire on third. If she can get to home, it would give the Warhawks a 4-2 lead. Here's the pitch. And that one skied into shallow left field. It is dropped, and now 1 run scores. Snow on his horse getting to second base. The throw from left, cut off at short. An RBI double. And it is 4-2 as Mator backs up the pitcher. A 4-2 lead, an RBI double by Snow. So Stock LeClaire scores, and here comes Jackson Norton with the score 4-2, Warhawks 1. Jacobs takes ball 1. The 1-0. This is called strike 1. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. You see Carter Snow on second base. George Jacobs pitching against Jackson Norton. The 1-1 set to come up. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2, and it's 1-2. A 4-2 lead for the Warhawks 1, trying to add to it here in the bottom of the 4th against the Warhawks 2. A 1-2. Called strike 3, 2 down. That's a big pitch by Jacobs. 2 down. And now Thompson in 0 for 2, struck out in the first and popped out back in the third. 4-2 lead for the Warhawks 1. And that is strike one. Good changeup by Jacobs. Good, that's Thompson trying to add to the Warhawks 1 lead. It's 4-2. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Hit in the dirt, back to Jacobs. Jacobs scoops it up, throws the first, and it is caught by the first baseman, Nigatsaha Mator, out number 3. 4-2 lead for the Warhawks 1. We're coming back with the top of the 5th. On deck for the Warhawks 2. We have the top of the lineup, Jordan Norton, Rihanna Delabus, Nigatsaha Mator. You're watching Baby Blue Memories. We are here in the top of the 5th with the Warhawks number 1 on top of the Warhawks 2 by a score of 4-2. This is the open inning for the 2, so it means it is the last chance for romance. If the 2s cannot score at least 2 runs here, then the Warhawks 1 will win this game. But the top of the lineup is in to face Gabriel. Kahnawake Gabriel going for the 2-inning save, and he'll have to do it against the top of the lineup as Jordan Norton takes ball 1. 4-2 lead for the Warhawks number 2. Here's the pitch from Gabriel. That sails out of the strike zone, ball 2, 2-0. Any base runner is a good base runner right now for the Warhawks, too. Trailing 4-2. The pitch. That is in the dirt. It's ball 3. And it's a batter's count. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Norton. 4 pitches, too. And Jordan Norton, who stole a base earlier, is now aboard in the top of the 5th. And now Rihanna Delabus comes in. She's 1 for 2, singled and scored a run back in the first, struck out back in the third. So that was the second. And a big-time opportunity as you see Jordan Norton on first base. The tying run at home. 4-2 lead for the Warhawks 1. The pitch. On the ground towards first. Tough play. LeClaire stops it. Touches first. Good stop by Stock LeClaire for out number 1. It's a fielder's choice. Runner advances to second. And now Mator steps in 0 for 1. Walked back in the first. Struck out back in the second. Here's the pitch to Montour. In the dirt, 1-0. Once again, the tying run at home. Ball 2. And Jordan Norton trying to cause some havoc out there on second base. The 2-0. And that's strike 1, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second, the tying run in this game at home. Trying to go 360 feet. That's outside the strike zone, 3-1. Here's the throw to third. Gets by, it gets to the outfield. Picked up, and the throw home will not be in time. It's 4-3. Good piece of base running by Norton. And he scores, and it's 4-3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Nigatsaha Mator. Trying to draw a second walk of the day. The pitch. That's in there. Called strike 2. Full count. That's in there for a called strike 3. And there are 2 down. And here comes Jacobs. No official at bats today because he's walked twice. And he represents the last chance for the Warhawks 2. Take strike 1 from Gabriel, trying to do the 2-inning save. Four-3 lead. Down low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tying run at home. 4-3 lead. The Warhawks 2 have cut the lead to 4-3. And a big cut. Jacobs going for the whole run in one shot there. Making it 1-2. If he made contact with that, though, I'd be scared if I was in the hospital. Might have made it over the fence. 1-2. The pitch. Ball 2. See if Gabriel can shut the door on the Warhawks 2 right here. The 2-2. Strike 3. And that is the ball game. Warhawks 1 get the win this afternoon here at the Hospital Ball Field by a final count of 4-3. So they are 1-0-1 on the season. The 2s dropped to 0-2. We've seen Mosquito, we've seen Peewee. Maybe we'll see Bantam baseball coming up as well, as we slowly get back into the swing of things here, no pun intended, after having 4 months off of broadcast on Baby Blue Memories. Your final score, Kahnawake Warhawks 1-4, and the Warhawks 2-3. I'm Brandon Bordeaux for Baby Blue Memories, saying thank you for joining us, and Onagi Wahi.